Well, all right. Hi guys. Hi. Okay, so yeah, welcome back to Love 24 Hours Here, where we view content that can either brighten or enlighten your day. All right, so listen. Your girls has been really was like boggled. Like I was, is that the right word? Boggled? I never used that word a day in my life. I don't know where that came from anyway. So I was just, just trying to figure out what else can I do. Like I'm just trying to think of other things to bring to you guys that could it's all about helping. It's all about, you already know what time it is. You already know the theme of this channel. You already know what it looks like over here. So yes, we actually are, and by we I mean I have some people I'm teaming up here, with in the future, and we're gonna bring you guys some great content. And the first piece of content that we're going to drop for you guys will be next week, and I will be giving you an exact date in a few days. We already have an exact date. We've already set everything up, you guys. So this is not one of those things where we'll just see. It's not one of those just see type of things. We will be bringing you guys some brand new content. So yes, I'm super excited. So yeah, I think you guys will also get a few drops this week to make up for my absence as well. So let's just go ahead. I think that's the only announcement I have for right now. So let's just go ahead straight into the shout outs. So first shout out goes to, and you guys already know if I do not, say your name right, your username right, my bad. I try. All right. So the first shout out goes to Samar Jackson. I think that's how you said it. Samara Jackson 201. Thank you for the love and the support. I appreciate it. All right, so next shout out goes to Trina Ballard 7220. All right, what is it about? Let me see. Hold on. I don't know. Sometimes I see numbers, y'all, and I add them up, and they have a significant meaning. I don't know. For some reason, I didn't feel like it was for me. I think I was just supposed to say that out loud. So that's what somebody y'all might need to see and look up what the numbers may mean for you. Add them together, see what that number means, whatever. But yeah, that was one of y'all. So thank you, Trina. Next shout out goes to the last but not least. Shout out to Pedro Brocado 1982. I enjoyed your comment, fam. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you enjoying my intros for real talk. Shout out to you. But thank you guys. I love you guys. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the video, shall we?
So the programs that you get for the first 7 years are not yours. They came from other people, and they pass that on to you. But the problem is, it's not just the previous generation, the generation before, the generation before, so we pass down through the family. Here's the problem, big time. Science has found that 95% of our life, we're thinking. When the conscious mind is thinking, it's not paying attention. When the conscious mind is not paying attention, the subconscious program is the default. Well, if you understand that, then it says only 5% of the time you're running your life with your creative mind, the wishes and the desires and what you want. 5%, 95% of your life is coming from the program. Yeah, but the program is not your wishes and desires. It's other people's behavior. 95% of the day you are playing programs that psychologists tell us are limiting, disempowering, self-sabotaging. All of us, every one of us, every day, plays programs that we don't see, and they're not ours. All we see is the result. And we go, oh my goodness, this is not what I wanted. Yeah, but this is what you created.
There are persons that are on the planet now that are the cycle breakers. They're the ones that are breaking the mold of their family line. They're the ones that are breaking the patterns that came through their family line. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they're the ones who actually came and actually have the ability to feel all the pain from their entire lineage. Everybody else was numbing and dumbing down the pain, numbing the emotional trauma, numbing it down, keeping it as a family secret, pretending it wasn't happening, hoping that it would disappear. and it was just being passed down the bloodline. What's happening now, which is part of the whole awakening process, is that there are a group of people that are here on the planet now that are feeling everything from their entire bloodline, and they're feeling it so they can break it, shut it down. It looks like a mental health.
And they said they
decided, hey, and to people who are looking on, especially in their family, they're going to say, oh, you are mentally unstable because you are not willing to suppress this pain like your grandmother and your great-grandmother and everybody else did. You are not willing to. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. So we really have to be very careful about how we look at mental health within the context of the awakening, because some of the people that are experiencing all of this is because they're the ones, buck stops right here. I am not taking this. I am not passing this on to my child. I am going to rebel. I'm going to act crazy until y'all get it.
I heard you say I think on Tasha K's platform, I heard you say that there's certain people that you can't necessarily put a hex on or curse.
Very small amount of people. Most people can be hexed.
Who are the people that cannot be hexed?
They're people that are living in their truth, and they're actually connected to God in whatever way that is, consistently, constantly, and walking in that. Most people are not doing that. They're not doing that.
That's interesting.
This is very interesting right here.
Open your eyes.
May I also remind you, you're a ghost driving a meat-coated skeleton made from stardust, riding a rock, hurtling through space. Fear nothing.
This goes out to every single melanated individual in this country. I need you guys to do something right now. No longer identify yourself as an African American. You're not African. Truth is the only thing that will set this country free.
The real tea is that the indigenous people were actually Semitic. The worship was similar to the worship within the Bible. It's that the Bible is a spell. That's why they call it gospel. And unfortunately, our ancestors were put onto ships, and that ship was warship, because everything is based on the laws of the sea, because we operate under the system of maritime law, because we were manifested through the waters of our mother's womb. So you see, when we got on this boat or on this ship called warship, they put us into citizenship to civilize us and steal our inheritance and take our land. That's the true tea. And that's why our ancestors and people that look like us have been oppressed and still are being oppressed. See, those that refer to themselves as native, well, that's nothing special, because if you actually look up the word native, native means just born of this land. And there's many people that are born of this land, but there's a difference between being born of a land and being indigenous to it. You see, all those old books that I read taught me something very important. It said the indigenous people can control the water, the current. This is not a joke. These people have stolen our land, and that's why they're acting crazy. That's why everything is going the way that it is right now, is because they recognize that we're figuring it out. But here's the thing. The reason why they're so afraid of us and they put all these special laws in place, have you ever asked yourself why? See, the indigenous people, if they free themselves of this God spell and stop worshiping gods that are outside of them, because God is within you, the temple does not dwell in man-made temples. The temple is within you. If we stop worshiping other gods and recognizing the divinity that exists within us, we can change this reality, because time is fluid like water. We can jump from one space to another. They think they have control by using special words to get people afraid, but their words have no power. But our words do. That's why everyone in the world imitates us. So imagine if we all got on one accord and somebody went and stole our heritage and made it about a land that's on the other side of the world and created a narrative, became master spellcasters and created a script that isn't real, based on maritime law, because we were all born or manifested through the waters of our mother's womb. You see, being manifested through the waters of our mother's womb has locked us down to the laws of the sea, the SEA and the SEE, because what we see manifests into reality. You see, everything is connected to water. And guess what the indigenous people had the power to do? They had the power to control the water. That's why we all are getting these messages that a flood is coming. And then when you recognize that, then the dots start connecting in your head. Oh, well, that explains the school to prison pipeline. That explains why they are trying to poison us with our food. It explains why they were really trying to push that COVID vaccine onto us. It explains so many different things of why they are after us specifically. But not only just after us specifically, but then also put us on the pedestal, but on the pedestal in the worst way, to present us to the world as if we're ignorant and dumb, which is surely not the case. You see, a lot of our bloodline is still trapped with the ideal of money because they think money is going to save them from mental slavery. But money is the thing that is entrapping you, is keeping you in bondage, because you think this paper has more value than setting your people free by speaking truth and using the fire of your words. You see, the indigenous people, they spoke in parables and metaphors, just like that man in the Bible did. What was his name? Jesus, which the J didn't really exist. It's actually an I because it's Isis, but coincidence, perhaps, I don't know. But to keep that in mind, they use this masterful spell to get into our ancestors' head, to make them think they were worshiping the same God, but they were actually worshiping the God of ruin and disaster, because their king, their great king, was called Jehovah, which sounded just like that word Jehovah. And that's why it makes a lot of sense that a lot of those celebrities are Jehovah's Witnesses. All those great celebrities, Michael Jackson, Prince, Venus and Serena Williams, these are the most powerful people in our community, and they all are in the same religion because that word is embedded in us. They said, one of their parables, they said that fire was going to destroy the earth. And just like in the book of Revelations, it says the same thing. But you see, that fire is not literal fire like they try to manifest into reality by causing all these fires and blaming it on something else. You see, that fire has always been the power of the word, because Christ talked about the word. And the more truth you speak, you set fire within people, and you literally raise the dead and you make the blind see. Because we live in the sea, because we live in Tamarica. Tamarica, am I saying it right? And Tamarica was once called Egypt, which was the land of the eye, and the eye is connected back to the sea. You see, everything is connected. The synchronicities.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but there are some actually people that are nicely talking about you behind your back. There are some people that's conspiring ways to help you. People who are advocating for you, genuinely rooting for you. Although it may not feel like it at times, but not everybody's against you. Some people are actually praying for you because they want to see God fulfill everything he promised in your life. Some people are actually rooting for you because they believe in your gift and your talent, and they don't want nothing in return but to see you be successful. That person just sent you this video. They want to remind you they see you, they hear you, they get you, and they're rooting for you and pushing you to the finish line because you're going to be everything God intended you to be. You don't need a lot of them. You only need one, and that's this person.
All right, I know you're not supposed to learn about like drag history or anything, right? So I'm going to show you a painting, and this is very funny. All right, I know it's going to be confusing, but this right here, this is drag. You have no idea. So this is actually a scene before the Trojan War, right? So Achilles' mom knows that he's going to die in the war, so she sends him to this island called Skyros, okay? And so she sends him to this island, and he's going to pretend to be a girl. He's going to hide there for the whole war, and then he won't die in the war. But everybody knows that like Achilles is the best fighter, right? So they're like, all right, we got to go find him. So these two dudes right here, this is Ulysses and Diomedes. They get sent to Skyros. So like, listen, we know he's there. We just don't know which one's him. So they show up and they pretend to be merchants, and they bring all this cool shit. They bring a bunch of jewelry, they bring clothes, and all the women are like, oh, look at this fine goods. Look at all the jewelry, you know, and they're like, oh, which one is Achilles? And then Achilles legit over here is like, yo, look at this fucking sword. And then these guys are like, that's definitely a dude. That's definitely Achilles. Look, this sword is the coolest. And then this woman's like, oh my God, all you had to do These guys are not good at telling who the woman is. We painted you up good. Look at how good Achilles is. Like, that's straight up a woman. And they couldn't tell. Look how happy this dude is about it. No, why would you just cool sword?
Man, it's dang complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about it blue, red, man, then you get to one side and you like messed up the other side, man.
That is the 9 eyes of the body, y'all. You also have 9 openings onto the body, 9 holes on the body. You know what I'm saying? They also tell you about that you have 5 senses. I revealed to you all on the last live that we did that you really have 9 senses, not 5. Your initial 5 senses are basic information. They only told you about, you know, your basic 5 senses: seeing, smelling, hearing, tasting, feeling. These are basic information. This is because they only want you to tap into the physical portion of you. But you are more than a physical being. You are physical and spiritual. Therefore, you are a God on the realm. You know what I'm saying? So as a God on the realm, you must understand exactly what you are. And that also understand on a deeper level that your body is a technological advancement. It is a tool. You living inside this tool, and you must know how to use the technology of this vessel, this avatar. You got to know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to activate it. You know what I'm saying? Just like how when you buy certain gadgets from the store, you got to activate it. Yes, it works, but you must activate it. You know what I mean? So you got certain things that's stuck within your genetic. That's why the scientists say you only use 10% of your brain, because you still have 90% of untapped energy that you ain't even tapped into yet. So you must tap into that and activate it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to activate this God mode that's within. So now, you got to understand you have 9 senses. They told you about 5: seeing, smelling, hearing, tasting, feeling. Now let's pass the physical realm and go into the next 4 to complete this number 9 that we still talk about. You know what I'm saying? You got telepathy, which is the ability, which is your 6th sense. That's your ability to read minds or communicate with the mind without the use of the other initial 5 senses. The next one, the seventh sense. This is telekinesis, the ability to maneuver or move objects without touching them. Then you have the 8th sense, which is called clairvoyance, the ability to see through different time zones or dimensions other than the one that you're currently in. And your 9th sense is called psychometry. This is the ability to touch an object and test the genetic makeup of an object or the carbon makeup of an object. Therefore, you can tell what's inside of it, how it was created, how it was made, everything about it. Therefore, you can tell if you want to reshape, if you want to recreate it. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that within the mind. But if you're still able to tap into the spiritual senses of you and the higher vibrations of yourself, or the higher technologies of your avatar, you'd realize this is a technology. It's like hopping into a new Benz or hopping into a new Tesla, and then you got different little gadgets you can play with. You got to know how to use your avatar. You got to know how to tap into it. What is it good for? You got to know, how to, what energies work for you. What's your vibration that's on the earth? Because each and every one of you has a specific vibration that you're supposed to tune into. You must find your vibration. You must find your frequency. This is how you tap in to find your true purpose of yourself. You must know your vibration. You must study the power of the numbers. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying to you? So you talk about your 9 senses. You talk about your 9 eyes on the body. Let's talk about the 9 natural substances on the earth, which they call stages of matter. You must understand divine vibrations and divine frequency, beloved. You must understand this, beloved. Divine vibrations and frequency. You understand what I'm saying? Now, everything is a vibration. Everything is a vibration. Now, the words that come out your mouth is a vibration. It has either positive vibration or a negative vibration. Or another word for vibration is frequency. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about, again, the initial substance that was first created before you have solids, before you have liquids, before you have gas, before you got plasma energy, before there was electricity, and then light, and then space itself, and sound or frequency. These are your 9, your nine natural substances. You know what I'm saying? Come on, start again. Solid, liquid, gas. Plasma energy, magnetism, electricity, light, sound or frequency, and space itself. Because space must be occupied. Space itself is a substance. For example, this bottle is being occupied by water and space. Water and air. That's inside the space right here. There's nothing that's ever actually empty. Now, if you were to understand it on a deeper level, if I were to take the water out, you close the bottle. There's no water in here, well, a little bit, but it's now being replaced by natural air, which is why when you squeeze it, it still has some type of friction towards actually closing its way all the way down, because the space is still being occupied. So space itself is a natural element. Nothing can exist without actually occupying space. You know what I'm saying? For magnets to exist, it must be existing in a space. You know what I'm saying? Any type of matter that exists, whether it be solid, liquid, or gaseous form, whatever form it exists in, it must exist in space. Even air itself occupies space.
If you got a disease, go get some copper. It can help remove it. Copper helps with blood flow. If you clotting, it helps your blood loose. Get you a copper cup. It cleans and activates the water in it. It kills harmful bacteria in your gut. Diseases gon' be finished. Copper is a conductor, so it removes negative energy. It brings in positivity. I promise you gon' start feeling it. Copper also helps align your chakras. It's time to get aligned. It's time to fix your energy. Wear copper before you go outside. If you wear copper and your skin turns green, that mean your pH off. Get your diet right. Start eating fruits. Get off that alcohol. If copper residue gets stuck on you, you low in iron. This element is intelligent, so please consider buying it. Go get some copper jewelry. IME vouchers hook me up. I'm feeling like a newer me. Copper helps you too much to be worth 1 cent. If you put this on your body, I swear this gon' be the best defense. If you got anything copper, comment in the comments what you got. Send it to someone to show them how much copper helps a lot. I'm gonna get me a copper ring, bracelet, necklace, and a cup. If you don't got no copper, you missing out. Damn man, I swear that's all.
And I wish on all the rainbows that I've seen. I wish on all the people who really dream. And I'm wishing on tomorrow, praying it'll come. And I'm wishing on.
Can I help you? Y'all ain't just about to be running through my hallway in and out like it's some damn portal, like it's a train station or something. What y'all want? Keep running through here, I'm gonna have to charge y'all rent. That's for damn sure.
So my mother was an actress, famous for her role in Friday as Felicia. She was the character who was famously told by Felicia. She also played this baddie in House Party 3. She played the mom in this 90s Nickelodeon show, Cousin Skeeter. And before that, she was a comedian, a stand-up comedian. There she is, dealing with hecklers in the crowd. She was also a supermodel who went all over the world. She's also my best friend. Virgo, Scorpio, I think that's just a great companionship. She was also my trusted advisor when it came to getting recruited for college football. Here we are at Oklahoma State. She's also my travel partner. Growing up, we took a lot of road trips, just me and her, throughout California, the desert, the Grand Canyon. So in return, I took her to Japan a couple years back for her birthday. Also having a comedian as a mother was just a major W of a childhood. It was honestly like being raised by one of the bros. Like we'd watch South Park, Chappelle's Show. We'd drive around a bad neighborhood and throw eggs at cars, eggs at houses. And above all else, she is literally my superhero.
I'd be free for dinner after the show. And I told him, I said, well, nah, I'm not gonna be free. No, I'll be reasonable. Fuck that free shit.
Well, keep it right there. Yeah, 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 yeah. When are you gonna say it's alright, it's alright? Ooh, baby, it's alright.
Come on, bro. You taking too long, man. Romeo, we finna go inside,
Why, bro? Why, bro? What do you got to do, bro? You finna go inside, warm up that nasty-ass frozen chimichanga, get a Dr. Pepper, and scroll on your phone. What is you in a rush for?
Yeah,
I'll wait on you all day. You know what I'm doing? I'm sniffing this goddamn tree, all right? I'm sniffing the tree and see who pissed on it. This is my social media.
Right.
This is me scrolling, okay?
Okay.
And you know what?
Take
Take his goddamn leash off me, too.
So yeah, y'all, that's all we have for today. Look, real quick before I go though. Ain't it something though? Like it's something how we get our minds like stuck on who a person is. Cause y'all, I'm going back to that clip with Felicia. That ain't even her name. I apologize. Like I think people seeing her as that one character for so long that we didn't even like. At first. I didn't realize I'm real good with like faces and characters, and I was really big on movies and stuff like that. So it didn't get past me long, but for the longest time, I didn't put two and two together that Felicia and Vita was the same damn person. I'm like that still kind of boggles. Boggles me. But anyway, all right, y'all. So yeah, that's all we have for today. So please go on and enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever. Love and light to every last one of you, and until the next video, peace out.